What up, my Gundam fans? How you doing? What's up, Megheads? We are bringing you another Gundam Versus intro video. This time, by request, the Tallgeese 2. So, the Tallgeese 2. If you're familiar with Gundam Wing, you know about the Tallgeese 2 and how it was made by Tryflozn and all the awesomeness that goes into the Tallgeese 2. But we're not here to talk about Gundam Wing. We're here to talk about the Tallgeese 2 in Gundam Versus. So let's get on to the details, shall we? The Tallgeese 2 is a 400 cost various type. Unlike its 300 counterpart, the 400 is significantly different. So every time you die, it will cost 400 points upon death. You can find Gundam Wing above turn A or under Gundam Victory. If you have a hard time finding either because it's in Japanese, just look for the giant yellow W or the giant yellow V. Can't miss it. So since the Tallgeese 2 is a various type, it's balanced between close range and long range. So choosing blades or lightning gear is personal preference. Either one can do you justice depending on how your playstyle is, etc, etc, etc. Going into mobility, which is where we always start first in these intro videos. Tallgeese 2 doesn't have the same mobility that Tallgeese 1 has. It doesn't have any special movements. It does have some interesting movements, like it's down melee going over some projectiles, not all, but it's something. And if you notice at the right side, there's a bar that fills up. If you press L2, you'll activate a boost mode. This boost mode increases your boost by pressing L2, moving towards your target. So whoever you're locked onto, you're going to dash forward at them at a very high rate, which can be used later on for some other things, some melee combos, some evasion, some other tricks. Tallgeese 2 does not have nearly infinite ammo. In fact, it recharges very slow, but by pressing range, you can fire from long range. If you hold it, you'll do a somewhat heavier shot. If you press L1 in any direction, you will also fire the Dober gun, and it takes up the same ammo. So keep that in mind moving forward. You have your range button to shoot normally, and then you have your L1 to do a quick shot in any direction. The quick shot does take up more energy than normal, so please be careful with that, because it's more like a quick step, you know. It's going to eat up your energy, and sometimes you can forget that because you're trying to move and hit and shoot and all at the same time. So with Tallgeese 2's melee, there wasn't anything too special there, but his neutral combo does bounce the enemies off the ground, giving you potential to extend combos into something else. Maybe, you know, hit them with some shots. You have plenty of options with his neutral if you want to set up longer melee combos. Pressing R2 with Tallgeese 2 will do a defensive counter. You can tell the difference between the shield, whereas in the shield he turns more to the side. With the counter, he's just standing straight but is in a defensive stance and brings the shield forward. This counter, I couldn't get any footage of it because all my replays are gone due to the recent update. The counter, if enemies strike it with a melee hit, the Tallgeese 2 will do a counter attack that is very powerful but very hard to land. Getting into the burst, burst and gear. Tallgeese's gear doesn't do any extra animations, but if you use lightning gear and you plan on being a shooter type, or you just want some evasion, if you use lightning gear with his extended boost, I couldn't find the name of it, sorry, you can get a lot of speed out of Tallgeese 2, really breaknecking speed, which is pretty cool because Tallgeese 2 is very balanced. Tallgeese's burst, Tallgeese 2's burst, is the funniest one I've ever seen so far. Literally, the Wing Gundam shoves trays out the way and self-detonates. When you hit an enemy with that, it is the greatest satisfaction in the world. Oh, I'm so sad. I got so many people with that burst. It was awesome. All right. Suggestions, tips, guides. This section, let's go into some, meat and potatoes for Tallgeese 2. Tallgeese 2 has very good mobility with his L1. The problem is, like I said before, it takes up a lot of energy. So if you're new to playing Tallgeese 2, or if you're new to Gundam Versus, it's great for maneuverability. You have a lot of evasion. You can use it to dodge incoming fire, and you can even use it to move around the map. Like I said, you can press in any direction. You don't have to use it for left or right. You can go forward and advance. You can go backward and retreat and still fire at the same time. It's an extended boost. It's more mobility, but don't rely on it too much. Tallgeese has 8 shots, and if those 8 shots run out, you literally have to wait for them to recharge one at a time, and it takes a long time. Tallgeese 2's burst will catch people off guard. If they know what Tallgeese 2 can do, they're probably going to run from you. But if they rush in, use that burst. It is so fun to see them get nuked by the Wing Gundam. Oh, it is so funny. But Tallgeese 2 is great for beginners. It helps you focus on the fundamentals. It helps you move around and have fun, and you can do a lot of tricks. Like I said before, the counter it's really technical to try to get the counter hit. You have to really anticipate somebody rushing in with their melee attack. But with Tallgeese 2, from his unique melee combos to his setups to his utility, you get a lot of great value out of Tallgeese 2. Whether if you're a partner, or whether you're just starting out, or whether you're trying to figure out the game, Tallgeese 2 helps you focus on the fundamentals of movement while also giving you some options for extra mobility, which I can't stress enough, because mobility is the heart and soul of this game. You have to be mobile, you have to keep moving, and both Tallgeese 1 and 2 do great at this. So all in all, Tallgeese 2, very fun, very helpful. It's a 400. It can keep up with the 500s, and I think is an excellent pickup for new players overall. If you found this video helpful, leave a like. If you're a veteran or you main Tallgeese 2 and you would like to give some other new players some insights, some combos, maybe some extended tips, some data, some numbers, feel free to leave that in the comments below. And as always, subscribe for more Gundam intro videos here on my channel, and I will see you guys out there on the battlefield. Peace.